Knicks family, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with my co-host Andre Jalil. And
Yo, what up, baby?
how y'all feeling? How you feeling?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling. Not in love with the result of the last game, but you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those games. Not fun to watch at all, man.
Why? Your boy was heading for self-destruction in there?
It wasn't just that. They just, as a team, we've lost all semblance of how to play defense as a unit, and it's annoying as hell to watch. Go ahead, Rick. What you got?
I didn't think the defense was bad tonight until the third quarter, and then the third quarter, it just I don't know what happened in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it got really
It's like,
bad. Yeah,
I'm like, yo, what's going on? And I mean, if you look at like the breakdown, 24 points in the first, they give up 29 in the second, 22 in the third, and then 36 in the fourth. Just like, what the hell happened,
bro. I can't tell you what the hell. It was hard to watch. It was very, very difficult. Like, no one could get a shot up. Brunson wasn't playing, of course, so it was mainly Julius and RJ and Grimes. Thankfully, if there was no Grimes, this game would have really been over. But yeah, man, it was terrible in the third and fourth quarter, especially with these guys just hitting shots that I don't know what it is. I was saying it, kind of alluding to it in the group chat the other day. Like, when the verdict is out that you're a bad 3-point shooting team, it doesn't matter how well you play defense on shots. The people who are taking these shots have the ultimate confidence to make any shot because they believe that you're a terrible defender.
You mean if you're a bad team against the
team?
three?
Yeah, if you're a team
bad. But the thing is, the Knicks aren't though.
No, but I mean, if you look at the past few games, you looking at.
I mean, the past few games they've been horrible.
The past few games, like Miami, not a great offensive team, not a good shooting team. But
full sample size, the Knicks have been pretty good against the three this year.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. As of recent, it hasn't been as a whole because it's been a couple different versions of this team as this year has gone on.
Oh yeah, there definitely has been.
Yeah, so this version of the team hasn't been the prettiest. I mean, it's still the offensive thing is there.
A couple of versions of a certain someone too.
We'll get there. But there's just things to this. I don't know why they just can't defend anymore. I don't get it. I don't know. And it's not even like they're not defending. They're defending. It's just like I said, when another team feels as though you're not going to defend them well, their confidence is just a little bit higher. Like if you look at the Miami Heat, Alan Hahn was saying this after the game. If you look at the fourth quarter against Miami, they shot 6 for 7 from the 3-point line. If you look at tonight versus the Magic in the fourth quarter, they shot 7 to 8 from the 3-point line. So it's like, I don't know why there's so much scrambling. I'm watching it, and it's like guys are all over the place. There's no there was a point in the season where there was a version of this team, I'll say, where guys are covering for other guys before the other guy even knows he's going to cover for someone else. You know what I mean? And then all of that stopped. Now these guys are just scrambling. It's like one-on-one, and I'll help you. And then when you help me, now the other guy isn't helping in time. Guys are closing out. They're not putting their hands up. We talked about it yesterday in the other game versus Miami where Julius I think Strauss pulls up for 3 and he doesn't even put his hands up.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that part.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to pick on Julius because it's a section of our fan base who hate when you say his name and anything negative. And that shit is annoying as hell. Because the way I am, I call what I see. I'm an RJ fan.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you RJ plays like shit. Tonight he played like shit.
He stunk tonight.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not here picking sides. You know what I mean? There was somebody
just tonight.
What do you mean?
He stunk just tonight.
I mean, there's nights where he plays well, and there's a lot of nights where he stinks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's,
the last 7 games, he's been pretty good.
Yeah,
and tonight he stunk.
He stunk. But there's a few games where RJ just stinks. Not a few. There's a lot of games where RJ just doesn't put together a good game until the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? But regardless, my point is that I don't cover the shit with roses. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you play bad, I'm gonna call it. You know what I'm saying?
You call it straight down the middle, bro.
Call it straight down the middle. You know what I mean? And I only say that because I guess I had tweeted out at halftime, Julius Randle, he gets fouled. He does get fouled. He gets fouled by Banchero, I believe. To go into the half. The refs don't call it. Julius immediately, before Julius gets up, quickly is running over to him like to stop him from like going to the ref.
Bro, the way that the half ended, you could see Julius was about to self-destruct, and I was like, I wonder, and they cut it, and I didn't see it till Twitter that he was over there screaming at what's his name? He was
I was watching it live. I was watching.
That was live on TV, bro.
I'm watching it on I got the Fire Stick, so I have the stadium joint. So they cut it. I know. I think it was on NBA TV on the joint.
Oh, so you cut it? Yeah.
So they cut right to it, and I was looking. I was like, "Yo, was he about to do something stupid?" Then I saw it on Twitter, and I was just like, "This dude don't know how to just get out of his own way."
Yeah, that's really it. And that's my thing. What I said was, and I don't know word for word. I kind of blurred it. It was an emotional tweet. I'm like, this shit can't happen. Basically, I'm saying that this is the kind of thing that can divide a locker room if you don't get under it and get it out of the way as soon as it happens. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what they went into the locker room and said to each other? He probably dapped each other up, gave each other a hug, and all that.
I saw he was saying like, "Yo, get off me."
That's what Julius always says, "Get off me," anytime the teammates trying to get him away from a ref. He always does this. And eventually, I knew from the way Julius acts when he gets to it, I said, one day someone's going to try to pull him from a ref and he's going to get at a teammate. And last year, he kind of did it with Fournier.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I kind of was like, maybe because it was Fournier and it wasn't a guy he really didn't get to play around for that long. That's probably why he let it get to him a little bit more. But tonight, quickly is just trying to get him away from the refs. And he's like, get off me, get off me. And then one time he says, get off me. And then he gets in Quickly's face. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, yo, just stop. Just stop. Like, it's really not that deep. It was not that deep. They fouled you. They didn't call it. Cool. But to now flip it on your teammate because he's touching you, like, I get it. Like, you don't want to be touched. But then again, you as a man, a grown man, you're in a situation that you've been in plenty of times. Every single time you get in that situation, and you've grown up watching basketball. When you get into it with a ref, your teammates come and they try to pull you away from them. That is damn near the first thing that happens. So for this to happen, and then you let it boil over to where now you're getting in the face of your teammate, it's like it's not a healthy environment. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's just not a healthy environment.
The thing that bothered me the most was like, it wasn't like a situation where, because I've seen times this year where like his teammates are trying to hold him back, and you could see him tell them like, yo, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm
right.
good.
And then he'll go over and have like a civil conversation with the ref. Right. Like, this was like, I'm like, bro, you just got teed up.
Right. That's
like,
Postgame.
Like, you're not good, bro. You just got teed up. You just got teed up at the end of the half where your team had all the momentum going into halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not good.
You're not. You weren't good.
Don't say that you're good, bro. So, I don't know. That's what bothers me more than anything else is like, I could see, because at first I was looking at it and I didn't have the sound on.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't realize he got teed up.
Yeah.
But I turned the sound on and then, I like rewinded it because I could just see him screaming that Quickly. That's all I seen, but I couldn't like hear anything, the commentary.
Mm-hmm.
So like I rewinded it to see like what happened exactly, and then I see he got teed up, and you're screaming at him after you got teed up.
After you got
you got the technical, bro.
right. Like, come on, man. And hold on,
He's trying to help you. He's trying to get you away from the ref. He was trying to get him. He was trying to keep him away from the ref before the tee.
Before the tech.
Like, bro, we've seen you literally lose it like this and get a second tech. Like, we've seen you get the second tech, bro. So, based off evidence,
I wish he could have just walked away from him.
Based off evidence, you're not good, bro.
And now you're starting like a thing with your teammate, like it's stupid.
Like, I get it. Like, you didn't want him touching you. I get it. Maybe
and quickly was like, you know, the hot. He was like, yo,
maybe quickly pushed him in a certain way, but it's like,
man, no, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear none of that, bro. I don't care if he pushed him or what, bro. Like, you acting like a petulant child, bro. When your team is in the middle of a run. Like, give me a break, yo. Like, it's not about you, bro. I always say this shit, yo. It's not with Julius. It's not about you, bro. And I feel like far too often this guy makes it about himself. And it's sad because I'm the type of person who I defend this dude, bro. I can't even do it now. I was gonna come on this show today, right? Win or lose. I was gonna come on this show today and ask if Knicks fans, if you guys thought Knicks fans took Julius Randle for granted. And I can't even do that shit now.
Right. Because now he just ruined it. He threw all of that good juju out the window.
Because that's why I said in the group text, I was like, we about to lose because of his mental.
Right.
That's what we talk about. You know, what makes you
and I do think
mental. It's my mental.
And I do think that he's taken for granted, regardless of like his actions tonight.
Right.
But I just feel like it's not even a good time to even pose the question, honestly.
Right. It's just terrible. Shout out Izzy. Shout out to the chat.
Izzy, what's good, baby?
Oh man, it's peace and abundance to you, my brother. You feel me?
Appreciate you.
Izzy, what up, brother? That's my man right there, man.
So it's just from where we were just 2 weeks ago to be where we are now. I don't even know what it does, but it just doesn't feel good because we're headed to the playoffs. And now there's a new issue. And it's not the Julius thing. That's not what I'm talking about. It's the defense all of a sudden. Like, they played together as a unit defensively for a while. I don't know. Maybe Mitch came back and then people got lazy because he started covering for them.
Like, I truly believe tonight, though. Cap, that the Knicks defense was pretty good for 36 minutes. And then in the fourth quarter, it was just...
third quarter, bro. That whole
they give up 22 in the third, though, bro. So I can't say that they were like bad defensively. The fourth quarter is where it really fell apart.
But the reason why I can't judge this game based off of how many points was scored, because it was just a low scoring game, period. So we can say that they only scored 22 points, but it didn't look like it or feel like it while it was happening, because it was
and on top of that, like the third is when they made the comeback. There was a stretch where they got like 8 straight stops or something like that. Like, they played good defense in the third quarter, bro. If you go back and watch the third quarter of that game, I thought that was some of the best defense they played all year. I really believe that. Like, Hartenstein was monster in the third quarter, bro.
It's certain units, man. Like, I feel
like Hartenstein was a brick wall in the paint in that third quarter. Like, their defense in the third quarter was awesome. But the fourth quarter, I don't know what happened, bro. Like, just the floodgates open, and they just couldn't stop anybody.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. The end of the third was pretty good because they tied it at the end of the third. It was a better end to that quarter, but that fourth quarter started and it was just like Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz. It like
they had dude. What was that white dude I never heard of before? Was in there knocking down threes. I'm like, here we go.
Not Franz Wagner.
Was it Wagner?
Nah, because he's You should have heard of him. But
Yeah, I don't know how you ain't heard of him.
you should have heard.
You know what? I'm not saying it like I actually, but you know, everybody's just knocking down shots all over the place. It's just like annoying.
It was annoying. And then, not to mention Bankero, I'm not gonna lie. I saw it the last time we played him. He be going at Julius, and he be busting.
He's looking forward to that. That kid is gonna be something.
Busting Julius's ass. And to his credit,
that's what he should have been mad at.
A lot of people's ass. I think he's averaging like 26 points a game this year. Like,
nah, it's 20. It's 20.
It's 20.
I just seen it yesterday. Yeah, it's 20.
Oh,
relax, bro.
Somebody
relax.
said like 26. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Nah, it's 20. It's 20.
Okay. Okay. My bad. Now I realize he said 26 and 3. That's why I caught it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists.
Okay. Pardon me. But credit to him. He's having one of the best rookie seasons that we've seen in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have a lot of rookies coming in and dropping 20 points a game. But Bankero's that dude, and he takes the challenge, man, of going at Julius, and he gets it. It gets in Julius's head. Every time we play the Magic, I guarantee you can look back at the last time we played the Magic. Julius gets frustrated because Bankero just knows how to get
busting his ass.
He knows how to get up in him, man. I don't know how he does it, but the kid's good. He's a Duke product. I know a lot of people don't give Duke products credit because in a league they don't really do too much.
Yeah, well, this guy is different.
But this guy's different, man. And I mean, Grant Hill would have been different if he didn't get injured neither. He was another monster.
I was looking. They had something with Grant Hill, and I was like, if Grant Hill ain't get injured, we'd be talking about one of the greatest players in the NBA.
Yeah, man. Grant Hill was a monster.
I'm serious, bro. That dude was nice.
Ivan says, "Sup, fellas? Someone needed a Xanax tonight."
Yeah, 100%.
I wonder who that someone was.
I guess my biggest thing tonight is just like this team just did not seem like they wanted it. There were moments in this game where they just didn't seem focused. Like 3 times they just threw the ball away.
Yeah. Like, what were you doing?
Like, literally just threw it away, bro.
Like, and while they had momentum too.
While they had momentum, just threw it away, bro. Like, and I don't know, man. Like, obviously they got to the slow start with the exception of Grimes. We picked it up later, but I gotta really point out what the real issue for me was tonight.
What's up?
I don't like to cast blame. Like, the Knicks lost this game as a team. Let's be clear. Like, They just didn't get it done. But RJ Barrett, bro.
Talk to me, man.
We gotta talk about it. I keep pointing out these games because these games are like they're not few and far in between. Like, this is pretty fucking often.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 of 12 from the field, 30 minutes, first of all, which I don't think he deserved to be out there for 30 minutes. But I know why he was out there for 30 minutes. He was out there for 30 minutes because
Jalen Brunson didn't play tonight.
Well, that, and also because the size of the Magic.
Yeah.
But
that's
3 of 12, 30 minutes. Like, yeah, they had to play him, bro. They had to play him. Like Wagner, Fultz, all these guys. You talking about 6'5" and up, like their entire lineup, not including Cole Anthony. But 3 of 12 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 10 points, minus 15, and the big number, the number that really pisses me off more than anything, because I feel like they just happen at the most inopportune times. 5 turnovers, bro. Like, come on, bro. And
that dude's gonna be focused.
Just silly shit, bro. Like, forcing shit, like not letting the game come to him. Like, I keep saying it, bro. Like, it's year 4. It's time to get it together, yo. And I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? His role has changed multiple times on this team. Like, what he means to this team has changed multiple times for this team. Mm-hmm. You know, like, he came in the 3rd pick, obviously highly touted. What we hoped would be the face of the franchise. Then I don't
That's
know,
right.
kind of an average rookie year. Then his second year, Julius has like a monster year. It's clear now that he's not the guy, right? Third year was like a bad year for the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
And then like after the new year, he kind of like really took the reins and played great, right? But it was clear that like, okay, we're kind of going to give this guy the keys for, going towards the end of the season. Like we're not going anywhere, right? Julius is having a down year. Like let RJ be the guy. So now RJ is the guy, right? Last year, he's the guy for the last, let's say, 30 some odd games. Then this year happens. And Jalen comes in. Now RJ is not only not the guy anymore, he's the third guy. Right? So
tonight was his opportunity.
I was getting there, bro. Like you sympathize with the kid because his role has changed so many times. Mm-hmm. Who he is to the franchise has changed so many times. But it's like it's time to do big boy shit, bro.
Right. Facts.
Like it's year 4. You're going into next year. You're the highest paid player on this team. Like the excuses are over with, bro. You're gonna make $27 million next year. Like nobody's gonna sympathize with you anymore. Nobody's gonna say that you're 22 years old anymore. Like it's time to put your big boy pants on, man.
Mm-hmm. That's facts.
So,
I mean, I can't disagree with you more, man. I mean, I can't.
Like it's hard. It's hard, bro. It's hard. I get it, right? Mm-hmm. The situation he's been put in, but Jonathan Macri said this shit a few weeks ago. It's time to do the hard stuff.
Right. That's it. It's time to do the hard. I mean, listen. This is kind of what I was saying the other day when he came on the team. No, not even that. When last year ended, it was a different situation that he was in. Being on his team, now the window has changed, and now you can't be the main guy anymore. You don't have those plays where you can just do stupid shit and get away with it because you guys aren't expected to go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, you're on a winning team now, bro.
You're on a winning team. That's what I'm saying. You and Ben Carroll are in two totally different situations. You guys are two different 20-point scorers. Ben Carroll could go out there and shoot whatever the fuck shot he wants.
Exactly.
Any shot. He can take whatever shot he wants all game long. And to be honest with you, RJ needs that kind of situation. They can't get it here. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way RJ is going to improve.
You shouldn't need that type of situation in your 4th year, though, bro.
Nah, bro. In order for you to live up to the potential that RJ has, he needs that kind of situation, and he's never been the number one guy. I gotta ask the question though, bro, because like, what potential does he have? Like, what is his ceiling? Because I mean, to me, to me, I look at him as I don't care what situation you put him in. I look at him as the 3rd or 4th best player on a good team. Like that's how I view him, bro. Yeah, from what we know now, it's easy to view him like that, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
but I don't think he was ever going to be anything more than that. Is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's the Knicks' fault that he's not more than that. Like, it's on him, bro. Like,
but that's what I'm saying.
I said this.
Go ahead, Dre.
This is what I've been saying, like what I said about RJ Barrett when I made that bet that he'll never do 40 and then he scored 40 or whatever, because somebody's gonna have a high scoring game. But I've been saying everything you're saying now, like I think that, and I don't necessarily feel like he's reached his peak, but
no, he's better than this.
Yeah. I think that he can get better. But I don't ever think, like, the argument was a year ago, 2 years ago, I think it was, he's going to be an all-star. I think that's when State was saying it, Cat. I think State was like, yo, he going to be an all-star. And I was like, I don't see that. I don't know if he's going to be a star or a semi-star. I think maybe. But RJ Barrett ain't it. That's where I'm at with it. That's why I felt like with the inconsistencies and what was
so whatever his potential is, I believe he'll reach it. Whatever that is, only because of who he is, the way he approaches basketball, the way he approaches getting better. I believe that whatever his potential is, he'll reach it. I don't think that the ceiling is that high. That's all.
Right, and that's I'm agreeing with you. So what everything I was saying to say, I
Yeah.
agree. I don't think he'll necessarily be a bum, but I don't think he's going to reach all-star status or star status. I don't think he'll ever get that. And I feel like I said this at the time when he got snubbed for this team and the rookie team and all these other teams that he didn't make. I feel like there's no mistake, there's no accident.
See, and this is the reason why I was answering the question the way I was answering, because I think that he has the same kind of career track that Julius Randle will have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how Julius Randle, like if you ask any Laker fan when he got drafted, if you think Julius Randle would be a star after they watched him play, a lot of them would say no. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of Pelican fans would probably say the same thing. But until Julius Randle got to a place where he can fuck off and do whatever the fuck he wants, that's when he became the player he was today. Now, is this the great ceiling of Julius Randle? I mean, it's not bad. It's good. He's a good player. You know what I'm saying?
25 and 10 is pretty good.
He's pretty good. He's a good player. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, bro. 2-time All-Star, All-NBA.
Right.
That's a ceiling that we all strive for. That's all I'm saying.
Right. All I'm saying is you only attain that by getting the opportunity. And he wasn't getting that opportunity when he was on the other teams because he wasn't the best player on any of those teams. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. I feel like this though, bro. I feel like last year when Julius was having a down year, I feel like that was an opportunity for RJ to seize the reins. Like these nights, like tonight, bro, when you got Brunson out, like this is a night for RJ to step up, bro. No, it's not, bro, because he's not.
It is though.
He's not built.
But bro,
he's not ready for that. That's what
if you call yourself the third option, right? Which I'm sure he thinks that he is. He probably thinks he's more than that.
He slid up into the
on this team. He's the third. Exactly. Like, bro, it's your night to when you're in there with the second unit. Like, those are your minutes, bro.
Absolutely. But do we all think RJ can do that? Is what I'm asking you. And the answer, I'm sure, is no. Clearly, because he can't do it.
Well, whose fault is that though? That's not the Knicks' fault.
I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying that we're expecting RJ to be someone who he's not as the third best player.
I'm not expecting him to be someone he's not. I'm expecting him to not go 3 for 12 with fucking 5 turnovers. That's what I'm expecting. I don't think that's too much to. I don't think that's too much to ask.
Yeah, but his best player on his team has plenty of games doing exactly what you don't like to see. That is those exact numbers.
But he's a double machine.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But he's the main guy. He has the ball in his hand all game long. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm saying. Like when you
that guy is also all NBA and the 2-time All-Star, bro.
But he was doing that before he was, is my point. Because he had the opportunity to do
Was he though?
Has Julius been doing anything differently than he's been doing since he first got here?
But when you say that he was given like this opportunity, right?
His opportunity is being the main guy on a threat.
Hold on, hear me out, bro. Hear me out for a second. So year one, right? Julius Randle, right? They brought in Julius, they brought in Marcus Morris, right? Marcus Morris was the closer on that team before he got traded.
He was the guy. He was clutch.
It wasn't the best player on the team.
He was the guy who the Knicks gave the ball to at the end of games.
Because why?
I don't know if he was. Well, we know why.
Why?
Because Julius wasn't the guy down the stretch. Marcus Morris was.
Okay.
So hold on, though. Hear me out. RJ was on that team, right?
Yeah.
I believe he was. Okay. RJ was on that team. He averaged 14 points per game, I believe, that year. It's his rookie year. All right, you give him a pass for his rookie year. The second year, bro.
Whoa, why is that a pass?
It was his rookie year. You give him a pass, right? He averaged 14.
As the third best player, he averaged 14?
Yeah, on a bad team.
I mean, 14 on a good team is a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he's a third pick, bro. He didn't make an all-rookie team. Like, let's be honest, yo. It wasn't a good rookie year.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you said you give him a pass for 14, when you're not good and you score 14, I guess you can give him a pass. But
it was go ahead. 14 on like 40% shooting though, bro.
Yeah, okay,
like, yeah, that can't be ignored. You know how I am about efficiency, bro. Like,
RJ's
was it?
RJ
It wasn't it.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, and that's something that you expect like a young player to figure out, and he still hasn't figured that out.
Mhm.
So now year 2, right? Year 2 to me, it's kind of a free for all, bro. Like nobody's the best player, in my opinion. Julius emerged as the best player on that We Here team.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like that could have been RJ, but RJ wasn't as good a player as Julius. So I feel like he was given an opportunity to be the guy. He just didn't have it, bro. Do you think that if Julius was in that same situation and Ja Morant was on the roster, that Julius would have been the man in year 2? There's no way, bro.
But Ja Morant is a fucking all-time talent.
I'm just saying though, bro, if you're that guy, right? If you're like that, you seize the reins, bro, and become that guy. All I'm saying is that RJ Barrett isn't
not
the guy.
That guy. I don't think anyone here thinks he is. That's why I don't even know what the basis of the conversation is at this point.
I don't know. I'm confused myself.
All I'm saying is I don't think that RJ can be the guy we want him to be here. I do think at some point when he stops experimenting, because he has a lot of fucking experimenting to do to fix his game. He has to experiment to fix his game. And he's not going to do it here. Clearly, they're not going to allow him. He doesn't have the window to do that bullshit that, like I said, that Banchero can do over there in Orlando. RJ can't do that shit here now. You know what I'm saying? The window is different. So,
but what are the Knicks really asking of him though? Like
to go
the
to
Knicks
the
are
bench
asking him
and be efficient and play defense.
Knicks are asking him. Basically, they ask him to. They literally run plays for him to drive left,
right,
and make open threes.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't make open threes, and he's a subpar finisher at the rim.
Facts.
So what do you do if you're giving a guy a role that I don't think it's a role where you're asking him to do too much?
Mm-hmm. Didn't they give him a contract worth more than Julius Randle's?
He'll be the highest paid player on the team next year.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I don't know. I just feel like
which is not RJ's fault, by the way.
No, not at all. I told you I was on board with paying them. 100% on board with paying them for all the reasons that is also, for all the reasons I already gave, bro. Because if you're gonna, yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying that's also the same way that him being drafted third isn't his fault. Same thing with Ntilikina being drafted where he wasn't his fault. These players are not supposed to be drafted where they were drafted.
No, he was 100% supposed to be drafted where he was drafted because who else was going to get drafted there?
Really that good at that point.
Like the only other guy that you probably could have drafted there was Garland, but Garland only played like 4 games in college.
So this is what I'm saying. He was drafted because there was no better option, not because, we got the third pick, let's go get a good guy. So that's what I mean. Like when they say you're a third pick, it's different than when somebody's like, yo, we got the third pick, let's go get RJ versus, all right, well, we not get Zion or Ja, so let's go get RJ.
But to also be fair, like he wasn't drafted. He wasn't some guy who just happened to be the third pick. Like he was the number 1 high school prospect.
Yeah, going
in the nation, bro.
By the time it was draft time, everybody saw who RJ was.
I'm just saying though, like we're making it sound like this is some guy who just was like, I don't know, kind of fell out of the sky and became the third pick. Like this dude was, this dude was one of the top players in the nation.
Yes, in a class where it wasn't strong. We just said outside of the top 3, there wasn't many guys who you can say should have been drafted there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, where you're drafted is dependent on the year of the draft class. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you drafted third doesn't mean that, oh yeah, you were really good. Maybe the rest of college basketball wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real. If we put RJ against the year before, maybe that draft class, where is he getting drafted? The year after, where is he getting drafted? You know what I'm saying? Guarantee it's not third.
No,
it's not happening.
You're right. I'm looking at the list of the drafts. Like, there's like nobody in this draft.
There's nobody. Like, we had to draft RJ there. That was the smart pick. pick the guy who's the best player on the board. We didn't-
DeAndre Hunter was 4 and Darius Garland was 5. After that, these guys, you know Kobe White. I guess you remember Jarrett Culver, Jackson Hayes, Ryu Hachimura, Cam Reddish, which would have been a disaster
if we drafted him there.
And
this is what I'm saying. This is the draft class that RJ was drafted 30. Let's be real. There was 2 all-time players.
We could have got Tyler Herro.
There were still 2 all-time players in that draft, no matter how you put it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I am right now with the RJ thing. Like where he was drafted, I can't blame him for that because we had to fucking pick him at that pick. Like we.
What is Harry saying?
My bad. I didn't even get to look at the chat. My bad. Oh damn, we got some chats. All right, my bad, y'all. We got caught up in the RJ talk. 36-minute mark. Jose says, hopefully next year Julius Randle can run plays that include others. He's not out there by himself. He should have 4 to 5 fouls a game, 38 minutes a game. Got to play defense. You can't play to not foul. Okay, I like that. RJ should be dunking on players. I mean, shit. Talk to Andre about that.
I was gonna say that. Didn't I say that last year?
As I said, talk to Dre about that.
I've been saying that. Like this dude need to dunk on people.
RJ
he's been doing that this year a little bit though. He's been dunking on people this year.
See, and this is kind of the issue that I'm saying. Like, he doesn't have the greatest example.
And what was that dunk he missed the last game?
Who, RJ?
Nah, Julius Randle.
He missed the
rim. He got rejected by the rim.
Yeah. Huh? He missed one last night, and he missed one tonight too.
Come on, B.
But not to his credit, Julius has been throwing some shit down recently.
He has. This season, I was like, oh, he must have heard me talk about he need to dunk, or somebody told him because he been dunking. It's like he tired. It's like he burnt out. Like this game, it looked like he just tired.
Well, I'm
not saying it as an excuse, but
I don't think he's tired. I think he's just in his fucking head right now, and he can't get out of it.
I think he's just at that point. It's just like he's self-destructing.
They need some time away. They need Jalen Brunson.
They just had time away, bro.
So they had like 8 games. They played on a Monday, and the next game was Saturday.
Nah, bro.
And they had an All-Star break. Like, yo, I don't want to hear none of this, bro. The playoffs is upon us, bro.
Yeah, like you got to you better figure something out, bro. You don't want to go into the playoffs like this. But we got 8 games.
He says, I disagree. We all thought RJ was a great player for Duke and would be a great pro. I mean, that's what
define. What do you mean by great though? Define.
That's what Knicks fans talk ourselves. This is what we do every time we draft somebody. By the way, we talk ourselves into how good of a player they can be, so that it's okay.
Look. Let me say something, Harry.
But
I think that when I look at RJ Barrett, the things that I do not like about him is not much of like it's just like so. I'm not big on college ball. Right, so I never really. I just feel like it's too many dudes, too many teams. You got North Carolina State, North Carolina University. It's just like it always like it's confusing me. So I usually stay away until that I watch the stuff that they say this person plays like this and the strengths and weaknesses. RJ is incredible. I don't know what they saw. He was incredibly slow, and it wasn't a strong draft. That year wasn't a strong draft year. I think he had Zion, Ja, and then it was him. And then a few names that we talked about. It wasn't a strong year. He didn't have a lot of competition that year.
Right.
So I don't know what they were saying ahead of. I just know that he was the guy that we had to pick at 3. He's incredibly slow. He's not very flexible. He's very stiff. He's very inconsistent, and he's very subpar at finishing at the basket. With his size, I feel like he doesn't get up very high when he dunks. Not that whatever, who cares? But he's not very athletic. It's just like I feel like he's running out of time. He's in like New York, and so I don't know about I guess they were saying again, and in a weak draft class, everybody was excited about RJ Barrett, but it wasn't a lot going on. I think the kid was excited about coming to New York. He was, oh my God, I'm a Knick. He was crying. I was crying. Everybody was crying, but
I didn't cry.
Yeah, I had one of those little catch it right there, and it was it. He was crying with his dad. That was like one of those moments you like, oh man, how great of a moment is that? You know what I mean?
Facts.
But I feel like he playing too much. I almost feel like he ain't taking the game serious yet. And we in year 4.
But this is what I'm saying. Like he's still out there experimenting. And let's be real. Who out there at 22 isn't experimenting? But the amount of experimenting that RJ needs is a little bit higher than your typical 22-year-old.
Yeah, we about to go into this in the playoffs.
Like,
you gotta figure something out.
I mean, this is all I'm saying is buckle up because he's about to be the highest paid Knick. If you think it's gonna be easy to trade him, good luck.
What's the stats? What was our plus minuses on these dudes?
All right, so tonight, RJ Barrett
-15. Oh God, Obi Toppin was -25.
Man, like I said, it wasn't a good game. Julius had a great second half. His first half was not good. At one point, I think it was 1 for 8 or 2 for 8.
I saw Obi Toppin missing on them threes though. That boy gotta nail it down because he could be like the X Factor.
No, man, I don't understand why he's turned into Steve Novak.
Grimes looked like he said he hurt us last game. That boy, he was in there. I saw him with his layups going to the back. I was like, oh.
So, all right. So this is my thing. You can see the game-to-game adjustments that Tibbs makes. And one game you got Grimes taking one shot. Next game you got him taking 18. Of course, Jalen Brunson didn't play this game. But there was even some games while Jalen was out where Grimes didn't take this many shots. So to me, that sounds like the coach has integrated him more into the system of what we have going on.
I mean, this is the second straight game where Grimes is
he was on like this. Yeah, last game, I think he had, what do you have, 19 or
22?
22 last. 22 points last game. And tonight he has 25. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been saying for, all right, there's been a lot of talk about bench Grimes, right?
Yes, there has.
It just doesn't make any damn sense to me because people are saying, like, look at what he's doing. He's got to be more aggressive. And it's like, look at what Mitch did last game. You remember last game, Mitch did that dribble handoff and just drove all the way to the basket and dunked it versus the Heat. I don't know if y'all saw that play.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Yeah. So
he faked the handoff and drove and dunked.
Right. So he fakes the handoff, he drives in and he dunks. To me, that looks like more of, and this is the second time Mitch has done something within like a week and a half. That was kind of like, oh shit. With him putting the ball on the floor. Maybe Tibbs is allowing him to start doing more things. Now, okay, if that's the case, then I like when Tibbs lets Grimes be more a part of the game. Like even tonight, there was some plays where Julius throws Grimes the ball, and I'm like, that's going in. Like before he even pulled up. Like I already know because of how much space he had, how much time he had to set his feet and all of that.
But let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think that we're seeing why there are some people the last two games, and I know that there's a body of work that needs to be considered, right? Mm-hmm. But the last two games and just what we've seen, like the glimpses that we've seen from Quentin Grimes, do you think this is the reason why some people in the front office view him as a better prospect than RJ?
Absolutely. That dude, I was just looking at something. I forgot. I don't know if you guys had it in the chat or I saw it on Twitter. And it's some executive was like, I would never let go of Grimes. Like they got like a Jim and Grimes. Yeah, I would never let go of Grimes.
That was the big thing. Jerry West had told somebody.
I'm talking about recently. Whoever said this, I just saw this.
Okay.
Like that Jerry West joint. Yeah. That was like before the season started, I think.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, this season going by fast. I felt like we just got the season just started type of.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I mean, he is definitely. In terms of work, I can't say work ethic because I don't know how they work. I just think the tools he has are easily applicable to what we have, easier than RJ for for sure.
He's got more translatable skills
for sure. Like he can knock
down
like
the shooting.
He's already a dangerous shooter.
He's a dangerous. The shooting alone kind of like I hate to say it, but it like puts him ahead of the curve. Like
Yeah,
for
he does.
RJ, then
Yeah.
like RJ's got to figure out his shot, bro.
Yeah, he's not confident, bro.
RJ is confident. He just can't fucking shoot.
I feel like he knows he can't shoot. That's why he's like, and that shit y'all sent me, it's funny because I noticed that when Grimes does that shot and he steps into it,
He keeps walking.
it's
He
like
did that a few
almost
times.
like 100%.
Yeah,
Huh?
he did it. He did it. He
I
did
noticed that joint. I love the way it looks.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way it looks, like that shot and walk into it, and it's just like water. That shit, I think he's going to be dangerous.
Use the R word, Joe.
Robot Junior.
So,
That's what I'm saying. He's stiff. He's not flexible. He's like, that's my thing. He got heavy feet.
Shout
when
out
you
to
see
my
him
boy.
run, you see him when the other team is on fast break. You see RJ Barrett got to go like this to get like it's like he got to do all the hard stuff to run. Like he's not like a runner. He's not a mover.
It's clunky. Yeah.
Shout out Dobbs, yo. Shout out Dobbs.
Shout out to our boy Dobbs. He calls RJ Robot Junior. That's what RJ stands for him, Robot Junior.
Yeah, that's
Because
exactly
he moves
how
like
that dude. Yeah,
he moves like a robot. And it's funny
Yeah,
because
that's my thing. He's not growing out of that. That's why I feel like his ceiling is really close.
Have you ever seen a robotic wing though? I've never we've seen like bigs that are a little robotic, right? But I don't ever recall seeing like a wing that was like this rigid with his movements.
Yeah, he's not that guy. I think RJ Barrett
like
would
that.
be. I think he'd be fantastic in the G League. I think he'd be like an all-star.
That's a little. Come on.
All right, come on, bro. We're not gonna do that, yo.
Because we don't know how to separate.
See
Like,
that? Yeah, like yo,
he's not
don't.
a star to he's not an NBA player. Like we don't.
Josh, I'm being extreme. I'm being extreme, Josh. But
Yeah. Like now you trolling, bro. But can we get into something positive, man?
All right, so let's talk about something.
We won't talk about Grimes.
Quentin Grimes.
There's a couple positive things tonight, but we can start with Grimes.
So Quentin Grimes, 10 for 18 points, 5 of 10 from the 3-point line, 10 for 18 points, 10 for 18 from the field. Shit. 5 of 10 from the 3-point line. Amazing he didn't get any foul shots, which is different. But six assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, no turnovers, plus 17. There was a time in this game where if it wasn't for Grimes, like we'd have been down by like 35. And
Bro, I literally thought he was about to will us back into the game.
he technically did because there's only so much he could do on his own. So he did that.
Yeah.
No one else was doing shit. And then second half came and Julius started playing basketball. Okay, cool. So then that brought us back in the game. It's so frustrating when you have a guy like Grimes who can have a game that he was having. And I mean, the shit Grimes was doing tonight, yo. It was almost like, all right, well, that's our third best player. And it's been so many times this season where we're looking at a different guy and we're saying, yeah, that's our third best player. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have. Like I actually don't mind. Pardon me. But I don't mind having that issue where you have different guys depending on the night who can give you something. And
yeah,
it's frustrating when you don't know what that guy is going to bring you each night. You know what I'm saying? You wish you could actually depend on someone to bring you something like Brunson or even Julius Randle. But to have a guy that can just have a game like this, man, it's like, all right, well, let's see what happens when you integrate him more. And sometimes it's an up and down slope because same thing with Quickly have a great game and you start to integrate him more into the offense, and then he has a bad game.
Kind of weird though, right? Because Quickly this season I thought has been super consistent, right? And then he had the huge game against Boston,
and then that was it. Played
55 minutes, might have hit a wall after that, then kind of like struggled a little bit for a few games.
The last 2 games,
and then tonight though, I thought he was great tonight, like especially like after the slow start.
Yeah,
like I don't know if
He was 1 for
I guess
6 to start the game.
I guess Julius Randle pissed him off.
Yo, no, I said that.
Because-
I said that shit. Yep.
Because in the second half, I thought he was terrific, man, and he finished with a pretty good line, bro. Like 7 for 17.
Mm-hmm.
You would like for him to hit at least one more three, 2 of 7, 9 of 10 from the line, 25 points. What is it? 1 block, 2 steals, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, plus 7. Probably you would like to see 1 less turnover at least. But
So what
I
you're
thought
saying
he
is
was.
what you're saying is the next time Julius Randle chooses to start screaming at a ref, RJ Barrett should go try to hold him back. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Something, bro. Like we gotta figure this shit out as a team.
He'd be like, yo, get off me.
Yo.
You suck anyway. You slow motherfucker.
My thing
So you're
is,
robotic. Get off me.
so we established that like Grimes and like Quickly were like the 2 bright spots tonight, right? And I thought that the 2 centers are really good tonight too.
Right.
I thought Hartenstein and Robinson were really good tonight,
Mhm.
especially like in the middle of the game. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure what the hell happened in the fourth quarter. Like, and it's not all on them, but like the Knicks defense just broke down like bad in the fourth quarter. Wish I could figure out what the hell.
You know, Harry is
See, I'm glad I'm not tripping. And so, because I thought I was tripping for 3 years.
bro. Everybody saw it. We all saw it. That was a little inside joke. He was saying RG needs to experiment with some weed. This way he can get a little bit more loosey goosey. He's like, I don't know what the hell he's something has to click with RJ. Something. A new trainer, something different has to. He can't keep the same routine. I think he needs to change his trainer. He needs to start drinking some liquor every now and then. Like, just have you a shot. I don't know. Something like, let me see something different, bro.
Jose Garcia, so I hear you, bro. Like he does stop his dribble sometimes, but like so does the starting point guard. So does Jalen Brunson. So Jalen does it a lot, and he gets caught sometimes where he doesn't have anywhere to throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give Quickly a break on that. I think Quickly does a fantastic job as the starting point guard when Brunson is out. I really do. Like I'm not sure there are many. I'm not sure if there are many guys in the league coming off the bench
dropping 25
that could do a better job. There are very few guys.
I mean,
You're going for 6 man of the year, so that speaks volumes.
Yeah, it's very few.
He should get depending on how the season ends, which he should get that though.
And he does it. It doesn't matter if he's filling in for RJ or if he's filling in for Brunson, whether he's the one or the two, like he does a phenomenal job. So I'm not gonna.
Tonight, 25?
25.
Yeah.
You know, he picks up his dribble. He picks up his dribble sometimes. Like boo.
That's a little annoying, but I feel you. I definitely.
It is. But like I said, I watched Jalen pick up his dribble
a lot,
10 times a game. So. Mm-hmm. And sometimes he doesn't know where he's going with it because if he pivots and there's no shot, then he's kind of stuck sometimes. So I'm not gonna rip Quickly for that.
I would have paid to see him do that tonight, but he didn't play. So I wouldn't mind him getting stuck. I just think the gravity that Jalen Brunson has changes a lot. When he's not there, we got to resort to Julius Randle bringing the ball up again and creating the offense. And a lot of times that means we don't get into our offense until around 14 to 12 seconds into the shot clock or left in the shot clock. It's this game really showed more than anything how much we play organized when Jalen Brunson is there. He just organizes he puts everybody in their spots. He puts them in their comfortable places. You know what I mean? Like he gets go ahead.
He said Jose Garcia said, "Is IQ ready to be a starting point guard for a team?" I think he'll be a phenomenal starting point guard for a team.
I think so. And the short answer is yes.
The proof is in the pudding, bro. He doesn't turn it over.
He doesn't.
Right? He scores. He creates offense. He gets to the line. He gets in the paint. Like, I mean, what more do you want?
There's not much.
He does all the things that you want a starting point guard to do. He's 100%. 100% ready to be a starting point guard if need be. Yes.
Yeah, he's not a starting guard that a contending team would throw the bag at yet. But yeah, I think he's a starting guard in the NBA for sure. In my opinion, I think he's a starting guard on a team that is looking to build an identity and has certain pieces there already.
And he gets it done on both ends.
And he plays,
He plays defense.
He plays defense. You know what I'm saying? So
sometimes I see him, he be out there going like this, like messing them up. And I'm like, yo, look at this dude staying busy, moving his hands. Like when they trying to find a place to pass the ball, he be like,
right.
He get all in their face.
This is a team that can still be good. As much as we can come in here the last 2 games seeing how they play defensively and they just don't look good. But they were down by 19 tonight and came back and tied it. Like
shout out to Isaac Okoro, by the way. Big shot tonight.
Oh yeah, for sticking the Nets, right?
They beat the
Respect,
Nets.
Bro. Respect.
Yeah.
Like loving
Knicks have lost 3 straight, but the Nets have lost 5 straight. So
we still in.
Miami is the team that is kind of scaring me a little bit right now, bro.
Have to beat Miami the next game because I can't afford them because they are the leaders in their division, like you said the other day, taking a spot over us because then that changes. We're going to be playing Philly.
So for our viewers, for those who don't know, Miami's going to win their division. So that will give them the tiebreaker if they finish with the same record as the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
So the Knicks need to finish with a better record than the Miami Heat in order to win, in order to get that 5th spot.
Okay.
If they finish with the same record, the Heat will, by way of tiebreaker, be considered the 5 seed, and the Knicks will be the 6 seed.
Mm-hmm. So we have to beat Miami when we play them again. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no easy way around it. Like, we can't leave that game without a victory because then that changes all of this. Yeah, the Knicks can go to the second round shit in the playoffs. That changes everything.
Jose Garcia said he thinks starting has affected his shooting. How so? I mean, he averages 19 points per game as a starter.
Nah, I don't think it's. I mean,
and I seen the numbers. I don't have them in front of me, but I seen the numbers. Like, they're efficient numbers as a starter too.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty good. I mean, there's been some games where he didn't play well, but I mean, I think a lot of that had to be after he played that 55-minute game. That
55-minute game set him back a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I think it was a lot of fatigue he had to work back from. And then get his rhythm back on top of that. So, you know what I'm saying? I think IQ's good. I think more than anything, Jalen Brunson has learned he got to learn how to fucking stay healthy, bro. He's starting to scare me.
Nah, I mean, I'm not afraid.
He takes too much. He takes too much contact. Like
But ain't that what we love about him though, bro?
Yes, but guys like that tend to stay hurt, which is why he's missed games a lot.
See,
I'm not telling him to slow down. I'm just saying I hope that he stays healthy. That's all.
The reason why I'm not bothered by it is because like it's like knick-knack shit, bro. Like a sprained hand. Like I don't know how he got it. Do you know how that happened?
No.
Or is it just you don't know how it happened either? I have no clue. I have no clue. Listen, I mean, I always tell you that like when I get scared is when it's like an injury that's like it can't be explained, or like a injury that keeps popping up, like that becomes chronic. Right. So when it's just like a sprained hand from, I don't know, maybe he banged it or something, it don't scare me too much. Like a sore foot don't really scare me too much, especially unless they talking like plantar fasciitis. Then I start getting a little nervous.
See, I don't mind missing games. I just hate the fact that the games he misses, we look terrible in it, because that means that he can't get hurt at all. Because if he's hurt, then we're gonna have a problem winning.
To me though, bro, like it's. Hold on. So he's missing. I mean, I don't know, Jose Garcia. I feel like the Boston game took a lot out of him, and I feel like they've kind of overcome those minutes from that game. I feel like it took something out of them. They finished that road trip strong, and I think IQ will be fine.
Yeah, I think I killed
He was fine tonight. You know what I mean?
Down the stretch. I think he plays well. I think he plays better when Brunson is there, personally, because it's just less pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? He can come in with the second unit, run that second unit, help RJ run that second unit. Because when he's running the first unit, whoever's running the point in the second unit with RJ, it's not always that great, because then you got like Deuce McBride. They're not really going to respect him that much in the 3-point line. It changes and that's another thing. When RJ does run with the second unit, it's not like running with the starters. He doesn't have the best defenders with him. He doesn't have the best spacing. Because guys are not going to really close out on Deuce McBride. They're not really going to close out on Obi Toppin. They're not going to close out on Isaiah Hartenstein. So, I mean, it's like he doesn't really have the best options in the second unit. But regardless, he has to figure it the fuck out, and it's annoying.
But I can't give him that though, because the second unit has been one of the best parts of this team.
Yeah, I mean, but we're talking about a game by game thing, and tonight the second unit didn't look great around RJ. I mean, it's not like we can't just keep blaming RJ when the second unit doesn't play well.
Oh no! It's not all his fault. That's not what I'm saying. But it is his time to be like the focal point of the offense. To be the leader,
for a fact,
and
without a doubt.
I mean, like those are the minutes that I feel like he needs to take advantage of, and I feel like he does on most nights. But
appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like, I think that there's more than enough on that bench for this dude. There's more than enough around him for him to succeed with that bench, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, RJ's got to be better. There's no excuses for him. He has to be better. But like
especially with the way that bench plays up tempo, like that's perfect.
But like that's why I was saying throughout the whole the season as a whole, Quickly is considered a starter. I mean, considered a bench player. But like I said, tonight on nights like tonight when he's starting, RJ struggles.
I see what you say. I get what you're saying, because Quickly's not, because he's out there with Deuce instead of Quickly.
Yeah, he's out there with Deuce, and they're not gonna respect Deuce on the 3-point line or with the dribble. But regardless, like I said, either way, that's no excuse. He's got to play better. But that's pretty much what I got tonight. I don't really have anything else. You guys got anything else you want to hit? Joe, you got any points before we get up out of here?
No, I wanted to ask real quickly about what you see in Obi Toppin. I'm a little disappointed in him, but I hope he figures it out, because if something happens to Julius, then Obi has to step in, and I really hope he's like one of my favorites, and I really hope he starts to knock down a shot and get aggressive, because there was one point last year that dude was doing his thing, and I hope he gets back to that spot. Especially with the playoffs coming, he's gonna have to step it up real big.
Yeah, I mean, the 3-point shooting recently is not pretty. Like, he was shooting 35% from 3 at one point this season, and it's down to 32 now, and it's starting to concern me a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it concerns me because that's all he's taking now.
Yeah, he's not trying to be aggressive and dunk nothing, and he's a guy that could dunk on people.
There was some plays tonight where he scored some buckets in the paint, and it's like yo, do that more. Like, I want more of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I have some more, please? But that's just my personal view on it. Like, I don't know why
I agree
at the 3-point line all game.
I agree, but I also feel like, you know how I feel about the 3-point shot. Like,
no, I don't mind taking them, but take something else. He's out there. His initial role is to like space the floor. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he gets a ton of open looks. He's got to make those shots, bro.
But it's kind of like the same opposite with Josh Hart that we were talking about the other game, where you're getting these opportunities to spread the floor, and then you're not taking them, and you're going inside. Like, I don't mind that you're putting the ball on the floor and going inside, but give me a little of both. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with me and Obi. Like, I don't mind you taking the 3. The 3 allows you to be more effective. There's some games now where he's stuck in the corner because people believe Obi is going to stay in the corner, and then he cuts baseline and they throw an alley. But that's the balance that I would like to see. I don't want you to just stay on the 3-point line. Like, there's so many games with it. You know, a few times this year he's done the dribble handoff with Quickly. Like, that can happen a little bit more often. You can set a pick with quickly and get involved. But that's also the offense. And I personally feel OB is kept on this team for trade at some point. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I feel like at some point they're going to trade him. At some point they're going to need to make a trade, and they need the assets to make a trade. And I think that's why they retained Obi Toppin. That's just my opinion.
We'll see.
That's just me. I don't know. Hopefully, I think he has some. I hope not neither. I hope he has some more up his sleeve. I hope it's the coach not letting him do what he wants, like maybe what Mitch was alluding to.
Yeah, he don't get a lot of minutes either.
Yeah,
he had 12 minutes tonight. 12, just short of 13 minutes or something.
Yeah, 12 minutes tonight. You're not gonna get to. And this goes back to how we started the show. You got to have the opportunity to showcase your skills. And yeah, Obi hasn't really showed us that he deserves to have the opportunity on this team, because obviously the other guy taking up all his minutes is the best player on the team. Like, I don't even know any other shooting guards that played with Jordan. Can you name me a shooting guard that played with Jordan?
I don't know, Judd Bushler. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you have someone a star at that position, like it's a wrap. Like, I don't know many small forwards that play with LeBron. Like, that's just what happens in the league. So I think it's possible that there's a side to Obi that we will see somewhere else that he didn't get to show here because the minutes just weren't there for him.
But what does that look like though, bro? Like, what is it? Because
depends on the team and their offense.
Hold on though. I don't think that it's like automatic that this guy is not a Knick.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he won't have the opportunity to see. You won't see that Obi here. That Obi is what I'm talking about. Because if you think you're going to see more than 12 minutes of Obi while Julius Randle's on the team, you're going to be waiting a long time, is what I'm saying. Like, there's just no opportunity.
Yeah. I got you.
There. You know what I mean? Not that he can't do it. It's just not the minutes. Like, if, God forbid, Julius gets hurt or Julius takes some games off, guarantee you'll see a bloom in his production, Obi Toppin.
But that frustrates me though, bro.
Usage rate.
That frustrates me a little bit though, because I don't know. I feel like coming into the game that you're coming in for however many minutes, 12 to 15 minutes, right? Like on a night where he's really got it going, maybe he gets a few extra minutes.
Right.
And it's just like, I feel like you got to do what you have to do with those minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a mixed bag. I think it's a little of both. Like, you have to be able to do something in those minutes. But then again, if RJ has the ball at the top of the key and he's hell bent on going to the basket and not passing it, and he does that for 7 of your minutes, 7 of your 12 minutes, like, you only got 5 minutes to show me something. You know what I mean? So,
oh, you thinking way into the future, Jose Garcia. I don't know what the hell Julius is going to be doing in 3 or 4 years.
Do you think Julius Randle?
Yeah, probably not. You know,
I think if Julius Randle's not going anywhere if he had his option. If it was up to Julius Randle, he would stay here. He came here on his own.
If we get deep in the playoffs with Julius, I think he's staying.
I don't think Julius ever will go anywhere else, unless
I think he loves it here.
Yeah, I think because he made a decision to sign here as a free agent, and after he did that, he became All NBA, Most Improved Player, 2-time All-Star. There's no reason for him to go anywhere else. Like, maybe
2-time All NBA after this year. We'll see.
Maybe 2-time All, which is more than likely. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't go.
Short list, bro. Short list of guys that made multiple All NBAs. Not as long as you think.
Oh! And before we get out of here, pardon me. Where is? Hold on. I just wanted to. My bad. What I wanted to do was send a shout out to my guy, of course, Mitchell Robinson.
He's number 2, right, on the list?
2 all-time blocks.
Yeah.
the New York Knicks.
He got a lot to catch up to Patrick, though. I don't know if he's gonna make it.
Whole lot.
He's gonna have to do another 5 seasons.
He only got 2,200.
Right, exactly.
27.
I mean, he's in good company, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how he catch Bill Cartwright this quick? How many seasons he got, Mitch? Got with us? 4?
Fifth year. It's RJ's 4th year. So it's his pop.
He need 2,200, 215 to catch Willis. To catch Patrick. That's a piece of cake, bro.
That's nothing. Give him another 5 years. He's 10 years in.
Right, exactly. He had to be
15 years.
Career. I think Mitchell Robinson looking at this is like,
yo, he blew past Kurt Thomas. He did get hit fast though, not for nothing.
Yeah.
Because think about it, Kurt Thomas did his whole career like with 400. Well, he didn't do his whole career with the Knicks.
I mean, let's talk about how many games Mitchell Robinson has missed, and he's on this list.
Oh my God! If you consider that, this dude, he flew here.
Huge. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. I don't know. King Ribby said that's because Kyrie and KD ain't want to bump through. I think what were we talking about when we mentioned that?
Yeah, I'm not even sure what he was referring to.
Remind us if we still alive when you see this, bro. Just remind us. He says if Mitch doesn't get the ball on pick and roll, he will be out. Mitch is young. I think Mitchell Robinson is the guy that when he gets his opportunity to be a free agent, he's out.
Yeah, well, he just read up, so he ain't going nowhere for a while. Unless the Knicks decide that they no longer want his services. So if that's what he really wanted, then he shouldn't have signed that contract.
He really shouldn't have signed that contract. But then again, Mitch is emotional.
He's always hurt. Like you said, Cat on Twitter. He was like, yo, don't scare me like that, Mitch. He was holding his knee. I was like, yo, he injured again?
Yeah, that's scary.
He got up.
That shit was scary as that was scary as hell, bro.
Yo, I swear, bro. I was sitting here yesterday like, no.
Yeah, I was like,
right
oh
here.
man.
Right here, I was sitting right here like, no. Please don't. Please no.
Yo, Cap, I'm watching the joint. My wife talking to me because now it was like the read. I don't know. No. It was the joint. I think it was the one after. So my wife was talking to me. Whatever I was watching it. My wife was talking to me, and I was just standing there. I was like, You know how you look at the TV? And I was like, yo, he injured again? And she's looking at me like I was just talking.
I was talking.
Yeah, I just want to point out too that like Franz Wagner is really good.
He's nice.
He's really good at basketball, bro.
And he's 6'10".
Who, the white dude I never heard of?
Yeah. And he's 6'10", and that kid is good. That kid is good.
Yeah, I just need to point that out.
Dre will like this. Dre will like this one.
Nah, I already said that he should go play for. He'd be excited to go to his home team.
The Quebec Robots. That's hilarious.
That's foul, yeah.
The Quebec Robots.
I'm really not liking the guy. And you know how like this you could get. I'm not feeling it. I just.
I see what King Ribby is saying now. He said Julius came here because KD and Kyrie did.
Oh yeah, that's facts. I mean, that's the only reason why they were even able to sign Randall. I don't even think they would have looked Randall's way if they had KD and Kyrie.
Of course not.
Well,
they didn't want Kyrie though.
I think they would have took Kyrie if KD came with him.
All right, now we're gonna slow down right there. Yeah, we're gonna stop right there.
What'd he say?
Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Let's not do this, yo.
Hey, he don't fucked around, lost his credibility.
Like, yeah, you lost me there, bro. You legit lost me there, yeah.
What not?
Because he's not a bum. He just don't. He got to get his mental. He got to get his mental together.
When people say bum, that means
bums don't make all NBA, yeah.
He's not a bum. But when you say Randall a bum, I mean I don't like him. Whenever you call somebody a bum, you don't like that person.
Yeah, right? Yeah. But still, I don't like that word getting thrown around.
I mean, RJ Barrett's a bum. Nah, let me stop.
RJ is a bum. He's almost there. He almost got that M.
Yeah, boy, short. Yeah, love it short.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm sure, RJ. Listen, let's end on that note. Y'all. The hour and 15-minute mark. Thank y'all for coming out. If you're still here in the chat, hit that like, please. Just hit us with a like. That's all we ask you for. Just
no doubt. Please.
Subscribe.
Ring
share with your mommy.
Share with
your pastor.
Yeah, all of that.
Share with your financial advisor.
Right, yo, you up on this God up Knicks right here? Yo, look.
Share with your side piece.
Damn, yo, I was trying to get up out of here, but this is a big one. This is a big one right here. We have the most unflashy.
You've been that all season though.
I don't care about that. I care about wins.
Me neither.
Shit. The Spurs was unflashy. Shit.
Detroit Pistons was unflashy.
It was unflashy.
They sure was.
They had an all-time player though. And
give me all that unflashiness if we winning rings. I don't care about none of that shit.
Word. I don't care.
Right.
But if, like I said, if you're still here, ring that bell so you're notified when we go live. If you're listening to podcast form, leave us a 5-star review and let us know what you think of the show, whether you are a fan or not. You know what I mean, of the Knicks. We appreciate everything, man. We would like to. We accept it all. But on that note, that's all we got. Thank you guys for tuning into the Guardlings podcast on yet another loss in Florida. I was hoping we can get one before we left, but unfortunately, that's not the case. We play the Rockets on Monday. It's Friday. It's Thursday, so we get 3 days off. Hopefully, Julius can cool off somewhere this weekend and come in on Monday with Jalen Brunson, hopefully, and get us a dub. And then we are back at the Miami Heat at home on Wednesday. So, and then we play the Cleveland Cavaliers on Friday. So, the next 7 days will be
not getting any easier.
Not getting any easier. So, next 7 days is going to be pretty. And like Alan Hahn said, we have to win on Monday because it gets crazy after that. That's the only must win. We have to win that game. But that's all I got. Until next time, appreciate y'all. Peace out.